Once upon a time, on an island, there was a smart man named Henry. He loved to study things carefully and figure out how they worked. Henry loved to watch the birds fly. He watched the way they used their wings. He watched the way the wings moved. He noticed how feathers lay one upon another in their wings. Henry walked through the field. There were lots of feathers that had fallen from the birds flying in the sky. He collected the feathers and took them home. There, he laid the feathers one upon another and stuck them together with wax. He made a pair of wings and fitted them to his arms. Every day, Henry puts on his wings. He moved his wings like a bird. Day after day, he practiced how to fly like a bird. Then, one day, Henry was able to fly. Henry had a son called James. James watched his father practice flying. He also wanted a pair of wings.
I want to fly, too,
he said eagerly.
I want to glide through the air like a bird.
Henry loved his son. He collected more feathers, stuck them together with wax, and made another pair of wings. He gave it to his son. James was the luckiest boy in the world. Now he could fly. One day, James was flying in the garden. Henry called him and said,
"Be careful, my son."
Henry warned him,
"Don't fly too high or get too close to the sun. The sun is very hot, and it will melt the wax on your wings."
James listened to his father. But when he started flying, he was so happy that he forgot his father's words. James flew like an eagle. He flew over the land. He flew over the sea. As he flew higher and higher, he came nearer and nearer to the sun. James felt warm. He remembered his father's words. But it was too late. The heat from the sun was melting the wax on his wings. The feathers fell away. And with a great splash, James fell into the sea. Moral: listen to good advice from people who care about you, and chase your dreams carefully. Flying high can be exciting, but remember to be safe and watch out for risks. Stay grounded and enjoy the adventure of reaching for the stars. Once upon a time, there was a huge elephant in a little town. This elephant was quite religious and liked to perform worship in front of a church. Despite being so big, he was very friendly. People loved him very much, liked him, and often gave him tasty fruits to eat. While going to the church, the elephant had to pass through a busy marketplace. There was a florist who would give him a marigold bouquet every day. while a fruit seller would offer him fruits. The elephant was very grateful to both of them for these presents. The people in the marketplace would gather around the elephant and show their affection by patting him gently. They had a lot of respect in their hearts for him. One day, the florist thought of playing a little joke on the elephant. When the elephant arrived at his shop the next day, as usual, he, instead of offering him a bouquet, pricked his trunk with a wire, which he used for making bouquets. The elephant writhed in pain and sat on the ground. Some people gathered around him and began to laugh, while some bystanders gathered around the elephant with genuine concern. Others in the marketplace began to laugh and make insensitive remarks. One young man said,
"Look at the big guy. Can't handle a little prick."
The commotion attracted the attention of a few elders, who shook their heads disapprovingly, lamenting the lack of empathy among some of the younger folks in the town. This made the elephant very angry with the florist. He thought to himself,
"How dare that florist play such a mean trick on me? I'll show him what happens when you hurt someone who's always been kind."
That day, he didn't visit the church, but instead went to a nearby dirty pond. At the pond, he collected some dirty water in his long trunk and came back to the florist's shop. There he emptied his trunk by spewing dirty water upon the florist, and the bouquets and flowers kept in the shop. The flowers and bouquets became dirty and could not be sold in the market. Thus, the florist had to suffer a heavy loss for his mischief. Moral: show kindness and respect to others, and avoid causing harm or hurt. How we treat others can have consequences, so it's important to think before we act. Treat people and animals with care, just as you would like to be treated yourself.